All right. Well, hello. Welcome to Deep End Dev today. My name is Matt. I don't know what I'm doing, neither do you. So let's do it together. I think today is going to be a little short thing because I just want to not necessarily wrap up the BattleGrids stuff because it's definitely not done. But upon thinking on what needs to occur, there are some refactoring ideas that I would like to implement that I am not knowledgeable yet about, that I need to learn on, which I'm learning on. So like the builder design pattern, which I was thinking for the spline wall. So there's some things that honestly I don't really like enough in order to ship this, such as the initialize. Where do we create this guy? Spawn a structure. It's probably over in core gameplay, the game mode. Yeah, so a new structure. We're creating this structure info to pass in, and we have like this big list here of our walls are made from a bunch of strings or F names, and I don't like having this big kind of parameter list. It's really limiting also, where we have to get the static mesh and the material, the corner, the bases, and the location. All of that stuff needs to be known at the time. So what I would like to do long term is implement, I think, a builder. We're already kind of using a factory with the returning of the pointer, and it has components strapped to it in order to make more complex actors. However, I think these kinds of things, we need to have functions and decouple us so that we can say, okay, now I'd like you to strap a wall static mesh to this spline actor, and I want you to use this material instead. So rather than having to know all of this and send all of this, this is a clever workaround of the issue that we had, but there's a better way to do this for a long-term implementation. So there's that. Using that. Also, I have opened this up. The repo is public now, because I figured have some fun and go in and play with it if you would like. Okay, so we could try and fix this. The components don't have... this was not firing, right? So that's the other thing, is I think there are some... The wall has a lot of... complexities, I think, or complex solutions where we kind of molded what we wanted to happen, but I don't know if they're the best ways to approach it. Such as the collision, and we have some really clever solutions. So what we did, to summarize that, so we have a working prototype, right? We've broken that, so that's not working. But we have a board, and this exists. So we can play it, but we have some more complex ideas that don't fully work yet. So the being able to reach through, and in order to do that, we had to spawn, because these are instances, right? These are instance meshes, and each one of these, you can't toggle on and off collision for instanced meshes. So that was a problem. And in order to get around that, each time that this spawns, we also spawn a collision cube with it. And so we have an array that keeps track of all the collisions, and then when we got close to it, when we made it go invisible, oops. This isn't our... Wait a second. Did we never fix the structure menu? We're on the right branch. Yeah, we are. Okay. Yeah, why is it popping up the wrong menu? Interesting. Well, so there you go. There's some other issues. But as I was saying, in order to get around the issue of that you can't turn on and off the walls collision, the instance meshes, we made it so that as we approached, there's a sphere on the player, and that's our invisibility. That's what's eating away the wall material, which is a really cool thing, but we want to be able to reach through that so we can move tokens around so that walls aren't blocking our gameplay. So we had it where it was turning on and off our collision boxes, and when we moved over to the component system, that kind of broke that because the component itself wasn't, I think it wasn't, there is no on component begin overlap anymore for the box collision, or it wasn't being called or something. Oh, that's right, because it's a component. I don't think we could. I don't know. delete those functions stupidly. That's not what I want. This needs all this stuff. We're just gonna re-implement these just so, you know, it's doing its thing. That satisfied that one. Now we need to do the same thing for ending overlap. Okay, and we'll just see if that works by doing a UE log temp warning text overlap begin and overlap end. So what I'm thinking is I want to take a break from this project for a little bit and work on something else. Also, Unreal Engine 5 early access dropped. I'm sure everybody's aware. And I've been wanting to just do a simple kind of 2D dungeon crawl, like one single demo of gameplay ability system, the Unreal gameplay ability system. Some 2D art that I really like, and one boss like at the end. So a couple of mobs, and then get to the end of the hallway or the dungeon or whatever with some environment art, and you get to it, and then a boss with like some special abilities. So something really small and contained like that is just a proof of coding. So I might do that for a little bit, and just to keep things fresh and keep my brain fresh as well. So let's do selected viewport, and I want my developer tool of my output log. Put it over here so that my face is not blocking it. Oh, right, we can't start in it. Alright, there's the overlap begin and end. Begin and end. So that works. I'm going to pull up the repo for the other branch. Master branch, because it used to be, this was before we refactored. There we go. All right, so on overlap begin, okay. If the other actor is, what's the player? The player is the pawn, that's right. Okay, so this is a player. So, check if the overlapping actor is a player. We overlapped with a pawn. And if the instance component, we're getting it by the tag, right? That is the wall instance. Then that instanced component set collision response to looks like they fixed this too. Actually, it's in the code. Overlapped component now matches the end overlapped component, so that's nice. I think this doesn't work, right? So yeah, I don't know what that's about, but the overlapped component is going to be the collision box that we're hitting, and we're setting it to ignore the grab channel. Now on overlap end, we can get rid of that. We're doing the same thing. We've got the disabled collision boxes, which are here. Where are we? Oh, that's right. So I don't want to find. What am I doing? What we were doing is when we spawn a disabling disabled collision boxes. Here we go. When we remove an instance mesh, that's where, okay, that's where we do that and where we're using that. Okay, so let's stop and build again. See if that works. Where's my... Come on. Keep my output log. Alright, cool. So that stuff is working, so now we want to test if it is disabling on the grab channel. Doesn't look like it. So that's because we're doing things differently now, right? So what is it that when we spawn? Yeah, see, this is just stupid too. Setting actor type. Hello, Denny X. I don't like this, because this is another thing that I would want to rethink if approaching this differently, is not hard coding these kinds of things in here. So the collision profile, yeah, so our collision So I think the way that we're handling collision kind of breaks that as well. So our box collision is structure box collision. So if we were to go to the collision and a structure, say ignores grab, right? Actually, that may have worked. I think there you go. Okay, so it's just kind of messy, but that worked. But let's see, we want to be able to, let's see, the outline. What are we tracing on for outlining? Is that here? Maybe the gameplay, player controller. Trace channel 6. What are you? What is trace channel 6? Right click. You know what? We're gonna do the grab channel, not the right click channel. So if we turn off, if it doesn't hit the grab channel, maybe we'll be able to see maybe it won't illuminate the wall. Am I disconnected? Doesn't look like I'm disconnected. OBS is not happy, but... Weird. There we go. Seems to have cleaned up and loaded. Okay, what was I doing? I was gonna check and see. Alright, that illuminates on the grab channel. Hey, look at that. Though the wall now, because those things don't... Okay, so the base is illuminating all that. Okay, so... how do we want to fix that up? So box collisions have the structure box collision. Structure and base structure. Why is it doing that? There we go. So theoretically that should now make it so that... Interesting. So that's the problem, is if we ignore grab on that, so our, you know, if we do structure blocks grab, right? This doesn't work, right? Changing collision for instanced components doesn't work. How do we solve this? And that's why we introduced the collision box, right? But why? So when we have our, I'm going to turn that back off. Structure box collision blocks grab. There we go. Let's try that. So does the corner not spawn with a collision box? Okay, that's why that doesn't work, is because where are we spawning? There we go. So where are we? Let's see, we're making corners. Uh-huh. Fix it like that by giving it the structure box collision. But then our corners will always forever block the grabby hand. That does solve that, right? It just, you know, we're always gonna be poking through the corner. Hey, Cola Boris. Doing just kind of like a final, or a kind of a touch on, talking about the project and what I want to do with it next. So, solved the grab through thing. Let's try and add a collision box to the corner as well. So basically we need to do all of this again, right? Yeah, I'm good. I felt I kind of burned out last week, and as you can see, I had to move the bedroom around a little bit. The cats were preventing sleeping, so the bed and the office are all combined now, so I can close the door at night and be able to sleep. But I think also I kind of want to shift gears and start and play with a different project. I think I'm hitting a wall with this BattleGrids software, and I'd like to do something different, just to give my brain a little variety. See if we can extract this method. What are we gonna need it? We need Yep. I grabbed Unreal Engine 5, the early access, and I kind of want to play around with that and just and work on like a 2D sprite or a mini dungeon crawler and play with some gameplay stuff, like very small, one single level, fight through some mobs, get to a boss at the end. No, I did not grab the sample project. I grabbed the engine. I don't really care about the sample project. Call this spawn box collision. Create box collision. Do we want it reference? Yeah. That's another thing I've been thinking about is with when you pass a const reference, you gotta make sure that the memory that you are passing in is not about to disappear. Okay. It's true, that can be const. Alright, so when we update a corner mesh, Unreal Engine can be threaded if they are events, so that's the difference between events and functions. If you make an event, the events are firing off potentially parallel and they're not waiting on one another. If you fire functions off, those I believe are in the same are in the same thread. So you do have to be careful about if you're losing memory but I don't think I've come across it too much. I think const reference is a pretty good thing to just use, at least constness is, but I'm trying to think more actively before just using a reference of like, what is this memory going to, is this function going to need this memory for a while, or so. But yeah, events don't return anything, and they are, I think, run in parallel, but I might be wrong on that. Functions can return something, and they will wait and fire off in order as called on the stack. Okay, so when we make an instance, we're adding, basically we want to do the same thing. We want to create, update corner mesh. We want to, for each spline point, we also want to create box collision. We need to pass in the component, so the corner instance component is what we want to do, and the base transform and the base rotation. Wait, hold on. Shouldn't rotation be part of the transform? I mean, there's a reason. Unreal Engine's kind of funky about that. That's why I had such a problem. Yeah, we don't need rotation. That's an excess parameter there. That's why when you're initializing stuff, you got to be careful about needing or waiting for instances to be initialized. Like, so the things are happening all parallel and different times, so let's see, the base instanced component get transform, there we go, that's what we want. And what does this want? At the index, huh? Actually, you know what? We're gonna do it at spline point transform and see what happens. You can use constructors. So are you talking about blueprints or the C++? Oh yeah, the order is kind of funky. So see, this is a constructor, right? And then begin play fires when it actually is spawning, and begin play will fire in the server, and it will fire again when it replicates over on client side, so be careful about that. And constructor will fire in the editor, so as soon as you every single time that the object appears in the editor or appears in the viewport, as well as whenever the game starts, it will fire off all those times. So you got to be careful about a constructor and what you're doing in there. Like, don't call certain functions in your constructor. So if I hit Alt-C, there you go. We now have a collision box on the corners as well. Okay, so if I come in here, hey, look at that, we fixed it. So we've got our little miniatures here, and they're in a room, a little tight little room. Can't really see. We come in close, we can move them around. There you go. So there. Solved the grabbing through walls and fixed that with our new work. So this is stupid and unnecessary. We don't need that. And this is stupid and unnecessary because you can't fire it. You cannot change the collision of instance components. So on overlap begin, we want to also, we don't want to change anything that is potentially disabled, right? So if we have a disabled collision box, we're not going to do anything. We're gonna abort as well. We can get rid of the logs. And I feel like it's time to rebase the GitHub repo to this components refactor, because this is kind of our main branch now, so we don't need the other main branch. Just make sure that that works. Also, I'm kind of interested why we have this old school. It's still working, which is nice, but I'm confused why the old school menu is popping up. So the right click, whoop. We need to do that too, actually. We need to ECC right click is also ignore. There we go. Let's try that. Interesting. Did it work the first time? Yeah, it's because every time I change code in here, technically I could do a live, Control-Alt F11 to do a live recompile, but I've found the live compiling, the hot recompile, to be kind of problematic. So why? Let's check real fast. I bet structure blocks the right click. It does, so let's ignore it. Yep, okay, so the box collision, we want to block the right click. Oh, but that's gonna screw up the index. Shoot. Yeah, because we don't have an index, right? Yep. So that's the other problem with using instance static meshes, is we don't have the ability to turn its context menu right-clicking on and off. And the collision box, we need to be able to retrieve the index of the instance that we right-clicked if we're going to remove an instance mesh at index. So that's problematic, and I don't know if that is solvable with the way that we are working on this. So I'm going to turn that back on because that breaks everything. So that needs to ignore right-click, and structure still needs to block it. There you go. Why is that popping up? What's going on there? Context menu. That's right, we're not using those anymore. Oh! No, we never did modify our spline structure menu. Okay. Oh, let's just do that too, right while we're at it. So this remove. What? No? Alright. Oh yeah, remove and add, right? So I want this actually to be a size box. I want an image, and this is going to flip. Wrap with an overlay. Button stretch. Image is going to be a trash can. This is the add remove image. Go ahead and this we want to set brush from texture, I believe. Select, yeah, trash can or plus? Yeah. Actually, how about a minus? Yeah, that looks better. Minus. And based on visibility, if it's visible, if it's true, we want the minus. If it's false, we want the plus. Whoops. We want the plus. So we don't need that anymore. That. still using the color, however. Alright. We need to double check that. I think that's broken at the moment. Kind of confused. I don't know if we've broken this or not, but whoops. I don't think that. So let's take a look at the toggle tile invisibility. Yeah, alright. I'm not sure. Alright, I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna take a quick break and we'll just, we'll fix that up. And we'll keep doing some little minor cleanups and stuff for, I don't know, the next 30 minutes or so. So I'll be back in a little bit. Hello, I'm back. Okay, let's take a look here at tile visibility. Just make sure if we get there. Here, I'll do a hot patch this time. I don't know why it's not saving my... Whatever. Alright, so it is firing that off. No, I'm not gonna push this to Steam or anything. However, I made the Git repo public. So you guys are welcome to check out the Git repo now. And work on it yourself if you would like, but I don't believe... There are things about this that I would like to... that I think need to be rewritten from scratch, so there's the Git repo. Y'all are welcome to fork it and play with it yourself if you would like, but there are things that I need to rework from scratch, I think, before I would consider putting this onto Steam. Okay, so I think what's happening here is we're calling toggle tile visibility, right? So we go to here. Get the visible flag. So is visible, and they respect virtual behavior. I don't know what that means. Okay, is visible. Comes in true, set visibility to this is, so there's our issue at the moment is we need to flip it. So if true comes in, we need to flip it to false, and we want to make it false. And that, so if it is false, query only. If it's true, query and physics. It's false. Alright, so we're gonna do that. I think that can be const. That can be const. That. Okay. Save everything, close, relaunch it. What happened? toggle tile visibility. First, that's kind of, I feel like a... This is silly. But we'll use it. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, let's fix that. Hold on. So put that all back. So this should actually, let's make this better. Be actually, we'll leave it as that. It's the gameplay game mode here. So toggling it, we're getting the visibility and we want to flip it to the opposite. That's what we want to do. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. So now we can do that. We just need to get the context menu. This. Thing. So why is it going back to this red? Interesting. Resume. is it in this line structure menu? Where's it getting that from? Oh, because when a context menu is constructed, it's making all of these. Gotcha. Okay. So... I don't think we want to do stuff on construct on these things then, right? What else do we have? Character context menu to fire off. I guess we can. Shader funsies today, like one that turns an image into ASCII art. I don't know how to do that. Why is this not... Alright. So it does it, flips the update, but why... Let's see. Alright. Over. Oh, interesting. The tile reference is not valid. Okay. Why is that? Why is the tile reference not valid? This not firing off? No, it is. Alright, so we got that. Tile context menus, setting it. I see. Okay, it's the constructor of the tile menu's firing before this comes through, so we need to run update menu. so that it'll run through that again. And that should... Yep, there we go. So there's that. Alright, let's fix the board thing. The jazz. Thanks. It is the same thing that Teha Types uses. It's Epidemic Sound. I noticed that that's what he was using as well. Alright, let's get this working. So if it's valid, we want to shrink the board. Get component by class. We want the board, BG board component. We want to check that is valid. Yeah, I had to redo my setup for my desk space. If you want to see what this all looks like here, let me 1 second. I'll show you my desk space. I have large monitors for music mixing, and that's not what I want. I want that. There we go. Okay, so now... Huh. Maybe we don't have a board actor reference. Yeah, I had to wait for a longer DP cable, but let's see if I can get this flipped. If the cable's long enough. Huh. Come here, USB. There we go. All right, so... is my space, and yes, I have a screen up there because the Yamahas are huge, and in order to get them in a triangle for listening and mixing, they had to be at that angle. Still trying to get the, I don't really like where the camera is set, but that's what I gotta do at the moment. Okay, so let's make sure that this is working, but I think I'm gonna make this the last thing. It didn't work. We do have a board reference, but it returned... Oh. It did work, okay. So, shrink board. Let's take a look at shrink board real fast. Alright, let's watch for that to fire off. It did fire off. Okay. So, why is this not working? Ah. We didn't implement them. Let me, once again, let's see if we can quickly implement this stuff. So, there's the old grow board code. Actually, okay. And then shrink board is that. So the issue here, and I might save this for next time, is that we changed the way that our tiles are now using the create new actor method, so we don't just do this anymore. So we need to rethink some of this logic, but maybe do this tomorrow. So to do refactor, grow, and shrink to use the new create new actor factory method of spawning. Okay. And then once that's all done, I will merge this over to the main. So if you do want to check this, the repo out, I am on the components refactor branch, not the main branch at the moment. So fixed up the ability to grab through a wall when it has become transparent. Fixed tile visibility toggling. Began to refactor the grow shrink board functions, but needs to be rewritten. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you for watching this short episode. I'll come back on tomorrow and we'll fix up the tile spawning thing, and then maybe next week we'll dive into a new project of like a little 2D sprite dungeon crawler or something to shake things up a little bit. So, Converse, Colaboris, and Denny X, thanks for watching again and joining in, and I'll be back tomorrow. We're in 11:30 Mountain Standard Time. So, oh, and if you want to join in, there's my Discord, and you're welcome to jump into that. So I will see you tomorrow. This has been Deep End Dev. I'm Matt Barham. I don't know what I'm doing, neither do you, so let's do it together. Later.